So we start with the Daily Mail, Leo, very serious story.
Yes, they have 5 serving SAS soldiers are facing possible murder charges over the death of a suspected jihadist in Syria. So it's a case that's provoked fury inside the Special Forces, understandably. So the top brass have alleged that the troops used excessive force and should have arrested this man instead. But a suicide vest was found nearby. He was kind of playing dead. He wasn't moving, and they were worried he could detonate a suicide vest. With reason, obviously, considering a suicide vest was found nearby.
He could do that while he was lying, faking death.
Or he could wait for them to come over and then detonate the suicide vest and blow them up. So they shot him and to incapacitate him. And this happened on the battlefield. This wasn't in custody. This wasn't a prisoner of war that was executed.
The rocket Gibraltar stuff from many years ago. Yeah, and considering in Syria and any other war we get involved in, we're raining death from the air via drones. How long ago was this then? Are we talking sort of 2012 or something? Sorry?
This is 2 years ago, though.
Oh, just 2 years ago. Okay.
So we're still involved. The Special Forces are still involved in these conflicts that we've apparently sort of pulled back from.
Yeah.
But this, there seems to be a feeling amongst the forces that this is top brass, trying to sort of make a name for themselves or get a gold star and say, look, we sent this. Because in the army today, the top brass seem to get rewarded for punishing soldiers rather than standing by them.
Or indeed recruiting them, which is not an insignificant challenge at the moment. I mean, if you're thinking you might get done for murder on top of the rest of it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've, funnily enough, been listening to an audio book on the history of the face of battle, from Agincourt through Waterloo and the Somme, and among other things, the circumstances in which killing a prisoner and so on have been considered. Obviously, it's a tricky question. It always has been.
But killing a prisoner seems less of a tricky question than this situation as described. It's very easy to say, no, what you should have done is arrested. With hindsight, knowing that you could have done the arrest without an explosion, it's very easy to put that argument together. But I don't know, until you're there, until you've got that decision to make. Yeah. And it's not as if it would be the first thing you do that day and the only thing you've done in a war. They would have all of the context around you of what's been happening. So I don't know. It feels a bit cheeky to try and.
You've got to say. I mean, I presume the what do you call it? The balance of probability is the benefit of the doubt is given to the soldiers. But maybe even within that, I have seen. I expect you have as well on social media quite a lot of body cam footage from arrests attempted in America, where obviously police have guns, and a similar situation, and people reach for weapons and so on. Things can happen very, very quickly in that circumstance. It's one thing to be going, don't move, don't move, don't move, but...
And also the guy was hiding behind a bush, or was motionless behind a bush. So, I mean, he could have saved himself by saying, wait, I'm over here, I don't have anything. He didn't...
And if he was playing dead, then they presumably thought there was nothing to be lost or gained anyway.